Yes, people, this is Benji and I sing for Skindred. You're watching Metal Hammer TV. Alright, bless! You okay, darling? I'm just doing this interview.
Who is your favourite band of all time?
You.
It's my turn. Today, my favourite band is 9 Inch Nails. Can you give us 2 sentences on what it's like growing up in Wales, being the colour you are? Oh, I want to answer that. Because I never grew up in Wales. And,
well, as far as I'm concerned, being Welsh, you're all niggers anyway, so what are you going to do? That's what I'm doing. I love being Afro-Caribbean Cymraeg. I grew up in Newport, Gwent, South Wales. You had to be tough, you had to be rough, and you had to fight your way out of the sickness. And I drink to that.
Alright, what is your biggest guilty musical pleasure?
Do you know what? In honesty, to this question, I always say that never. There's nothing I listen to. If I dig it, I dig it, and if you don't dig it, then...
There's nothing I'm embarrassed about.
Know me, I mean, I don't care. I mean, my mother bought me Scooby-Doo soundtrack, and I digged it, you know, so I'm going to do it. And Joe 90, so there you go.
There's nothing I'm really that embarrassed in my collection. Who or what has been a lasting influence on your music?
Listen, mate, for me personally, there's a Jamaican singer called Barrington Levi, and I think he's been...
Under Mr.
Yeah, there you go. He's been with me from the day I picked up the microphone. And I'm sure he'll be with me till the day I, become grandfather.
So the question actually, would you be buried or
cremated?
Cremated.
Cremated, man. Buried's a bit old school.
I think cremated as well. Take up less room that way. I think it's a bit
and
more considerate.
Yeah, it's considerate too.
I think it's more final.
Yeah.
Less like morning.
Yeah.
Anyway. What's your day job?
TBC, baby. TBC.
Go business, baby. I work in a bar.
I just try not to work. Simple. That's my day job. Trying not to work manually.
I work in a bar. And that's good. How much porn do you watch?
I ain't even dealing with that, man.
I watch loads. Simply put, nothing dodgy, nothing like weird, just standard.
Quantity, not quality.
It's a normal amount, I'd say, but nothing weird. I'm not into anything weird. Like just regular,
ass.
Not like, animals or fucking anything. Put a line under it. Move along. What's the worst question you've ever been asked in an interview?
How long's your dreadlocks?
Really?
Yeah, it's crap, man.
Who asked that?
Some dude from Exeter or somewhere down the south, like, how long are your dreadlocks? And how long have you had dreadlocks?
Was it on the phone or were they in front of you?
In front of me. I just said, move on, mate. You ain't got nothing else in your bag, get them out there.
I think I just answered the worst question around the porn thing. I'm going to get in trouble for that later, probably.
No, not now!
Have you ever illegally downloaded music?
Yes.
Every day?
Yeah. But one thing I say to people if they download Skindred's records, when you come to a show, buy something, a belt, a badge, a t-shirt, and then it sort of matches it up, That's what I feel like. So if you download music, it don't matter who it is. Once you go to the show, buy something and it sort of balances it out, I think.
Is Trouble autobiographical?
Trouble is about a friend of mine who was beat up by some, I think they call them pikeys. And these people are just crazy. And it was actually originally called Explosive Exhibition of Brutality. That was the title of the song. And so yeah, it's definitely a song about, people like looking for trouble, and giving trouble, getting it. When I say trouble, I mean like physical violence type of thing. Yeah, so it is semi.
Why are so many young girls killing themselves in South Wales?
Why, Wales is a hard place, like I said. Cocaine's a hell of a drug,
Can you scratch? I can scratch. Look.
No, I can't scratch really, but I make a lot of noise with my toys on stage, and it sounds like that kind of.
Do you mean like DJ scratching, or like, like bare necessity or scratching? Okay, that was a dumb question. What do you think Skindred's legacy will be if/when the band disbands? I think.
I just hate this thing when the press write this thing, Britain's best kept secret. I hate that, It's like, shut up, man. Put us on the cover of your magazine and we won't be a secret no more. Simple.
I feel like, regardless of whether anyone was into it or not, like whether Johnny someone was into it or hated it, as I'm just quite proud to be part of something that's different, because there's so much stuff that's not
So
days.
a lot of trend jumpers.
If you get to, like, you know, there's a lot of people these days who can tell their kids they was in a band, but there's not many who could say they was in this band, you know?
Yeah.
That's what I feel about it anyway. That's why I keep doing it. How old are you?
Me, I'm 40 years of age.
I'm 26. Bet you wish you hadn't pulled out this question.
Which question?
This
How old
one.
are you?
Have you ever read a review of an album or show of yours and thought, you fucking bastard?
A few times.
I never really thought that, but
No,
I
that's
do
the
think
words exactly.
it's when people, I don't know, there's a lot of lazy
Journalism, I think. A lot of people who say like, you know, hey man, you guys sound just like Living Colour.
Do you know that the bloke who owns your label was in the band Saigon Kick?
Yes, we do.
Yes, I do, and it's impossible to get him to play guitar.
Yeah.
What was the first record you bought?
Lip Up Fatty by Bad Manners.
Yaz, The Only Way Out. Serious.
Okay.
Do you air guitar? Yeah, all the time.
Yeah, I used to do air guitar as well.
I do it on stage.
I do it on
play
stage
to the
too.
tracks. If you could do a collaboration with anyone, who would it be?
Flavor Flav.
Oh, I'm not answering that one. It's about oral virginity.
Come on.
Skindred, do you think these questions are A, generated by readers, B, made up by one journalist using his own singular wit and insight, or C, a collection of bollocks from an entire raft of listless hacks pointlessly emailing each other?